I discovered why my parents cut off my sister, and I wish I didn't. Growing up in the Morrison family meant living up to impossible standards. My sister Sarah shone as the golden child, brilliant and dedicated, following our parents' carefully planned path to medical school. I took the easier route with a business degree, preparing to join our family's investment firm. Our parents accepted this arrangement since Sarah would fulfill their dreams of having a doctor in the family. From our earliest days, they mapped our futures with precision. Sarah would become a prestigious surgeon while I managed the family wealth. Our parents maintained their reputation fiercely, ensuring every aspect of our lives reflected their perfect image. Everything fell apart 2 years ago when Sarah suddenly dropped out of medical school during her second year. Our parents responded with immediate fury. Within days, they cut off her finances, cancelled her apartment lease, and reclaimed her car. They spread a story about her having a mental breakdown, painting her as rebellious and unstable. Sarah never fought back against these accusations. She simply packed a small bag and vanished from our lives. The evening after she left, I stood alone in her empty room. The walls bore rectangular shadows where our parents had ripped down her medical school acceptance letters and academic awards in their anger. Her desk still held the family photo from her white coat ceremony, cracked glass reflecting our shattered family. The thought of Sarah struggling alone tormented me. I devoted weeks to searching for her, making careful inquiries through her old friends and monitoring social media under false names. My efforts finally led me to a small coffee shop 3 cities away where she worked as a barista. The sight of her exhausted face and coffee-stained apron haunted me. She lived in a tiny studio apartment, barely surviving on minimum wage. Without revealing myself, I arranged anonymous monthly transfers to cover her rent and basic needs. This secret support let me believe I was being a good brother while avoiding any real confrontation with our family's issues. Each month, I justified my silence as protection, ignoring the growing weight of complicity. In our family home, Sarah became a forbidden topic. Our parents erased all traces of her existence, removing her photos and donating her possessions. At their social gatherings, they crafted elaborate lies about Sarah taking time to find herself abroad. I played my part in this deception, nodding along silently whenever anyone asked about her. Each time I approved our firm's financial reports, guilt gnawed at me, but I buried these feelings beneath layers of family duty. The prestigious Morrison name had to remain untarnished, regardless of the personal cost. My comfortable illusions crumbled last month while organizing files in our family office. Hidden in my father's desk, I discovered documents that shattered everything. Spreadsheets detailed years of systematic tax evasion. Account numbers led to offshore havens. Letters revealed a network of shell companies. Our family's investment firm served as the center of this fraudulent web. For 5 years, I had unknowingly helped conceal their crimes with every document I signed. The realization that my entire career rested on criminal foundations devastated me. The devastating truth emerged in an email chain between Sarah and our parents from 2 years ago. During her summer internship at the firm, her meticulous nature led her to uncover everything. The same attention to detail our parents once praised became their downfall. Sarah confronted them with evidence, demanding they correct their wrongs. Their ultimatum came swiftly. She could maintain silence and continue on their chosen path, or face complete abandonment. Sarah chose truth over security, sacrificing her future rather than compromise her integrity. This knowledge weighs heavier each day. Walking through our office past the pristine paintings of our family legacy fills me with disgust. Every handshake with trusting clients feels like another betrayal. The reality of Sarah's departure now stands clear. She sacrificed everything to stand for what was right, while I continued participating in our family's corruption. My secret financial support now seems hollow against her genuine courage. The morning commute to our firm feels like walking into a carefully constructed lie, each step taking me further from redemption. These past 3 weeks, I meticulously gathered evidence, copying every incriminating document. The scale of their fraud exceeds anything I imagined. Decades of criminal financial manipulation funded our privileged existence. Our parents built their social standing on stolen money. Their charitable foundations, community leadership, and ethical business lectures now reveal themselves as elaborate facades hiding decades of theft. Their entire empire rests on betrayed trust and falsified records. Sarah called yesterday, breaking our 2-year silence. Fear filled her voice as she explained about receiving an eviction notice. My anonymous payment failed because I focused entirely on investigating our parents' crimes. Her request for financial help struck me with the full weight of my cowardice. While I tried playing both sides, she carried the burden of truth alone. The tremble in her voice revealed years of isolation and struggle, all because she refused to participate in our family's corruption. I revealed everything. First, I admitted to sending the anonymous payments. When she asked if I discovered the truth about our parents, her relief poured out in sobs. She had carried this secret for 2 years, believing her entire family chose greed over morality. The weight of her solitary burden became clear in every shaking breath and whispered confession. For years, she shouldered the knowledge of our family's crimes alone, while I hid behind ignorance and cowardice. Tomorrow brings a critical meeting with forensic accountants and lawyers. Sarah and I will expose everything, knowing it means destroying our family's reputation. The guilt of enabling their crimes torments me. Each mirror reflection shows a coward who waited too long to defend what was right. While I cannot erase my years of complicity, I can finally follow my sister's example of courage. The path ahead promises pain and public scandal, but the alternative of continued deception has become unbearable. Our parents consistently preached about putting family first. Their message held truth, but not as they intended. Today, I choose my sister and honesty over their empire built on deception. Whatever consequences await, we face them together, finally standing on the right side of truth. The Morrison legacy will crumble, but perhaps something better can rise from its ashes. A relationship between siblings built on integrity rather than lies. Story number 2. I've been secretly sabotaging my family's charity for years to protect my siblings. The Richardson Family Foundation stood as a pillar of charitable giving in our community for 3 decades. Local newspapers praised our family's generosity. My parents received humanitarian awards. Everyone believed in their mission of helping underprivileged youth. Everyone except me, because I discovered it was all a fraud. For the past 5 years, I've been secretly redirecting millions from their money laundering operation into actual charitable work. And now they want me to take over their criminal enterprise. My parents always pushed the importance of financial literacy. They made sure their children understood money management from an early age. My younger siblings and I attended every charity gala, watched our parents hand over giant checks, and smiled for countless photos. The Richardson name meant something in our city. People trusted us. They believed in our mission. Our father even gave speeches about ethical philanthropy at business schools. 3 months after graduating with my finance degree, my parents brought me into the family business. They said my sharp mind would help modernize their charitable foundation. The pride in their eyes made me feel chosen, special. The first 2 months involved learning their filing systems, meeting their long-term partners, and understanding their network of international donations. Everything seemed normal until I noticed discrepancies in their books. Small inconsistencies appeared first. Donation amounts that didn't match bank records, programs that existed on paper but had no real recipients, shell companies making suspiciously regular contributions. When I dug deeper, the truth emerged. The Richardson Family Foundation laundered money for wealthy clients looking to evade taxes. My parents crafted the perfect cover story, using charitable giving to clean dirty money while skimming millions for themselves. The revelation shattered me. Every childhood memory became tainted. Those humanitarian awards decorated a house built with stolen money. My college education, my siblings' private school tuition, our family vacations, all paid for by fraud. My younger brother and sister remained blissfully unaware, still believing in our parents' manufactured legacy of generosity. I considered exposing everything. Anonymous tips to authorities crossed my mind daily, but reality complicated my moral compass. My sister had just started medical school. My brother was entering his senior year of high school with dreams of engineering school. Exposing our parents meant destroying their futures. Our family assets would be frozen, their education funds would vanish, their lives would crumble because of choices made before they could even understand them. So I made a choice that haunts me daily. Instead of turning my parents in, I began a subtle campaign of sabotage. My new position, handling digital transactions, provided the perfect cover. I started small, redirecting portions of the laundered money to actual charitable organizations. Real homeless shelters received anonymous donations. Legitimate scholarship funds found mysterious benefactors. Local youth programs got unexpected grants. My parents never suspected their own son of disrupting their operation. They blamed processing errors and international banking regulations for the missing funds. I played the devoted son, expressing frustration at these mysterious issues while systematically dismantling their criminal network. Each diverted dollar meant less profit for their schemes, but also meant real help reaching people in need. The work consumed me. Every night meant carefully covering my tracks, maintaining 2 sets of books. I developed relationships with legitimate charities while pretending to strengthen our money laundering contacts. My parents praised my dedication, never realizing I worked to undermine them. Their pride in my apparent commitment to the family business felt like poison. My siblings thrived in their ignorance. My sister excelled in medical school, dreaming of opening free clinics in underserved areas. My brother's technological innovations won science fairs. They believed their success came from our family's charitable work. Their innocence became both my burden and my motivation. Every time I questioned my choices, their untainted dreams strengthened my resolve. Over 5 years, I redirected over $12 million to legitimate charitable work. Real families received housing assistance. Actual students got scholarships. Genuine programs helped at-risk youth. The irony of becoming one of the city's most effective philanthropists while appearing to help run a criminal enterprise never escaped me. My parents' perfect fraud became a conduit for genuine change, all without their knowledge. Yesterday, my parents called a family meeting. They announced their plans to retire next year, expressing their intention to hand the foundation's operations over to me. Tears filled their eyes as they spoke about preserving their legacy, about trusting me to carry forward their life's work. My siblings beamed with pride, completely unaware that our parents want me to inherit their criminal empire. The weight of this secret crushes me more each day. My siblings deserve to pursue their dreams untainted by scandal. The legitimate charities now depend on the money I redirect. Exposing the truth means destroying countless lives, including the people genuinely helped by my sabotage. But continuing this deception means living a lie that grows heavier with each passing day. Tomorrow, I must give my parents an answer about taking over the foundation. They expect their perfect son to continue their criminal legacy. Instead, they'll learn how their own teachings about financial literacy gave me the tools to undermine their life's work. The consequences will shatter our family, but perhaps something honest can rise from these ruins. After all, they taught us that true charity means sacrificing for the greater good. They just never expected that sacrifice would be their own reputation.